We will practice a little upper body opening, getting a little more freedom through the upper body. So let's start in Vajrasana. And if Vajrasana doesn't feel right for you, what you can do is you can put a blanket or a block between your heel and your bottom and just find a little more space. If it does feel fine for you, that's great. You can stay right there. I'm going to bring our hands to the heart center and lift the spine and chant the mantra for limitless liberation. We'll start with Om, one long Om together. Exhale deeply and inhale. And call in response on the mantra. First line. Asato ma sadgamaya. Together. Asato ma sadgamaya. Good. Next line. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Last line. Mrityoraha mritam gamaya. Together. Mrityoraha mritam gamaya. And we end with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Open our eyes. Take your two blocks. Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael. And let's grab one block and we'll lay it flat, and one block and we'll turn it up on its higher side or medium side. So it should look like this: one low, one high, and this one will be for head. This one will be for under the heart. And make sure that you have space behind you, so you're not going to hit something like the wall. Make sure you have lots of space behind you. When you lay down, check, reach over behind you and make sure you're not going to hit a wall. Your collarbones are widening, separating. Maybe there's a little more space between the collarbones on the front. The shoulder blades are coming together. So you're really mostly opening the front upper body here. That lift in the back body creates some opening through the middle spine. Notice how easy it is to breathe in this pose. Wouldn't it be great if we walked around this open all day long? Now, without using our hands on our belly and our heart, let's take the three-part breath. Inhale, belly. Now inhale into your ribs. And in your heart. And exhale, collarbone come together. And goes by. Inhale again like that. Belly, ribs, and heart. This time, hold at the top. And exhale, heart, ribs, and belly. Now, 3 more times like that on your own. Get that full body breath. Belly, ribs, and heart. Arms are in cactus if you can. If you feel any pain in your low back, you can bend your knees. If the pain is still there, you can remove the block from under your heart. Allow your front body to lift and your back body to sink into the block, into the floor. Yeah, with nothing around you, opening your eyes lightly, Take your hands off the floor and reach your hands towards your toes, and then allow your hands to cross and reach them all the way over the body, taking a big circle. Good. Just feel the movement of the shoulders opening, the chest opening. Nice and slow, we inhale as the arms come up, and we exhale as the hands come down towards the feet. Now, when your hands come down towards the groin, bring your hands in the opposite direction. Reach the arms up. Inhale, stretch them up. And exhale, take it down. Make sure you're getting that full body breath, belly, ribs, and heart. That's it. Cross and bring it over. Pull over your body. And then release your hands alongside your body. And reach your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers and turn your palms to reach the ceiling. That's it. And then take your arms over your head. Big stretch. Point your toes. Big breath in and big breath out. And releasing the arms to the sides. Separate your feet one more time again. Release them. Let them be at least as wide as the mat. Let the palms turn up. Just enjoy this freedom under the armpits, in the shoulders and the chest, along the spine. Start to come into Ujjayi breath, slightly constricting the throat. Bring your tongue to the roof of the palate and breathe in and out, making the sound of the breath, or the sound of waves coming and going over small rocks. Four more breaths here. Feel the breath waving, coming to a crest, maybe pausing there a moment, and then releasing the breath. Big last breath here in this position. And then turn the palms down toward the floor and bend your knees. Soles of the feet are on the floor. Tuck your tail a little bit and roll to your right side just to bring yourself up to a seat. Gently coming up. I'm going to come into Vajrasana again. So that's sitting on the shins. Take your time to come up. We're also going to grab a hold of our strap. So I suggest if you're using a strap today that has a buckle, like mine, you would want to put the buckle in one hand so it doesn't flop and hit you. I've done that. It's no fun. So go ahead and take the buckle and okay. I'm going to hit that today. So we're going to bring our strap in our hands and reach the arms all the way up. Take a big reach up and notice what happens to your rib cage. So the ribs jut forward. You want to pull the ribs back, right? Really find that strong front body. So if we allow our rib cage to jut forward, we're going to feel it in the low back eventually. So pulling the ribs, pulling the belly, and let's slowly bend to one side. So reach over to the right, but notice if your rib cage juts forward. We want to find the balance between strength and ease. So there's some strength in this pose for sure. You're engaging your core, you're engaging your oblique muscles, but you're finding some ease in the upper body. Lower your shoulders down your back, turn your gaze toward the floor, and breathe peacefully. You can close your eyes or lower your eyelids. 3 more breaths here. Two more breaths. Make sure you're breathing into your belly, into your ribs, and up into the heart and into the collarbones. And then exhaling from the top down. Each one part of the breath. Last side here. And bring it up to the center. And let's change sides. So left hand comes down, right arm goes high. Good, so you're even straighten the arm a little bit. Right arm, yeah. And try to pull the strap apart. Pull your shoulders back and down the back without the rib cage coming forward. We're allowing our body to release into a stretch by breathing slowly. These postures we're practicing today will encourage the spine to release into a chest opener. And inhale, come back to the center. So our hands are wide. We're going to bring them into cactus pose. And as soon as I went into cactus, my rib cage jumped forward. How about yours? Pull it in again, protect the low back. Inhale, stretch the arms up slowly. And exhale, bend the elbows. Keep the ribs in. Inhale, reach them up. Soften the tops of the shoulders. If your shoulders are near your ears, release them. Exhale. Remember, shoulders don't make nice earrings. Inhale, reach up. Good, soften the tops of the shoulders. Bring it up. Looks good online. Exhale. Good. See if you could bring it down a little bit lower. Inhale, lift up, dropping your shoulder blades, squeezing them together on your back. And exhale, bring the strap a little lower while keeping the ribs in. Stay mindful. Inhale. It looks really good online, guys. Reach up. Good. And last one, exhale. Inhale, take it up. And release your arms over the front. Ooh, that feels good, so let it go forward. And then release your strap to the side. We'll come back to that strap later. So in Vajrasana, we're going to take a twist. Inhale, reach the arms high. We're going to have an organic spiral. Exhale, twist just your belly right, then your ribs, then your heart. Then take the hands down and let the head turn right last. You can press your left hand on the outer thigh lightly. Don't push too hard. Press down through the right hand, creating a beautiful vertical lift. Your right arm is like the pillar, keeping your spine long. And this will help us to release any tension in the spine from those previous postures with a strap. Three more slow Ujjayi breaths, breathing in and breathing out. Two more. One more. On the inhale, bring your head forward first, then the shoulders, and then lift the arms up, pull the ribs in. So come back nice and slow. That was really mindful. Exhale, belly left, ribs left, heart left, and then bring the hands down Then slowly turn the head left. Pulling your ribs in, getting tall through the spine. Set your gaze in one place. Try not to move your gaze. Tongue is quiet, pressed against the palate. Breath. Inhale, bring the head forward first. Shoulders come forward, arms come up. And we release the rest of the twist. All right, if you were sitting on a block, moving the block, we're going to come into some nice slow sun salutations. So move anything off your mat that's currently there. Facing the front of the mat, bring your hands down first, and then your knees under your hips. That long, kind of blocks the blood flow there behind the knees sometimes for me. Stretch it out a little first. And then coming back to all fours when you're ready. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you come into your down dog, make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the edge of the mat. Some of us might need to open our heels a little bit, and that's great because it opens the hips. Allow your head to be heavy. Feel if your index finger is pointing straight forward, parallel to the edge of the mat. So you can just feel that and not have to look at it. Press the floor away, lift the tailbone high. Now looking forward, walk your feet slowly to the front of the mat. Very slowly. Inhale, lift your torso halfway up. And exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees. And then cross the thumbs. One thumb and crossed in front of the other in front of your body. Bend the knees and inhale, rise up slowly with arms in front of you. Watch the rib cage as you lift up. Pull it in, keep it strong. Good. Exhaling for forward fold. Uttanasana. Bring your hands beside your feet and inhale, step the right foot back, right knee down. Cross your thumbs again. Inhale, lift your heart. You're going to be here for 5 breaths. See if you can bring your arms behind your ears, wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Get the WD-40 out, stretch them. Good. Keep spiraling your thighs inward toward one another to hold you steady. Feel the breath. Try to lower the tops of the shoulders. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And releasing the hands back to the front. Tuck your right toes down, step the left foot back, down dog. Inhale, come into a plank pose. So shoulders come just over your wrists, and then exhale, lower your knees, your chest and your chin. And bring your hands by your ribs. Take the tops of the feet down. Inhale, come up into a cobra. Pull your elbows down your back. Pull your elbows in and your shoulders down your back. Good. Press back. Two breaths here. Then looking forward, step your right foot forward, left knee comes down. Inhale, cross your thumbs, lift your arms high, square your hips to the front of the mat. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. If this is too intense on the shoulders, if you're feeling it too much, in the upper shoulders, drop the upper shoulders. If that doesn't help, bring your arms into cactus. There's always options, many ways to practice this. Three more slow breaths. Keep rolling your right thigh internally. That looks really nice and aligned. I can see both of your knees, guys, there. They look perfect. One more breath. You're feeling a big hip flexor opening on the left side, I'm hoping. And then we're going to step forward. So bring your hands down, step the left foot forward, and let's take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, reach the arms up and over the head, gaze into the navel. Squeeze your arms, really use the muscles. Pull the shoulder blades together to open the chest. Good, and then release the hands and cross your thumbs. You can bend your knees as you come up with a straight. Your back nice and straight. You can bend your knees if you have to. Inhale, step the left foot back, left knee down. This time, interlace your fingers, turn the palms forward and reach the palms up. Yeah. Perfect. Reach. Feeling that nice hip flexor stretch on the left thigh. Keep pulling right hip back, left hip forward. Spread your right toes. Back foot is really firmly on the floor. And exhale, bring the hands down and step back to downward facing dog. Just 2 breaths here. Inhale, come into a plank pose, strong plank, pull up your belly, and exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin, pull the elbows in. Inhale, glide forward, hands are by ribs, cobra, bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, stretch it back. Press the floor away from you. Push with the base of the hands. One more breath. And then looking forward, step your left foot back forward, right foot, right knee comes down. Maybe you want a cushion under your right knee. Good. And interlace your fingers, stretch the arms forward and reach the hands up. But this time, we're going to bring the hands down behind our head, but to keep the palms facing up. This will open our shoulders even more. Now, your ribs are going to be forward a little bit because this is technically a back bend. See if you can turn your gaze up. Keep your front knee aligned, facing the same direction as your toes. Looks good. You might hear some crunching going on in the shoulders. Mine's so loud, I can probably hear it. 2 more breaths is all. And release the hands out to the sides and bring the hands down to the floor. Step forward. And let's one more time take our hands behind our back, interlace the fingers. See if you can bring the palms together and reach the arms up and over the head. 5 breaths. Squeeze the shoulder blades together like you're squeezing a quarter between your shoulder blades or trying to crack a walnut between the shoulder blades. Now, soft bend in the knees, reach your hands down to the floor, and releasing the hands, reach them up to the sky. Lift up high, find a little spinal extension here. And an exhale, release the hands. We're going to grab our straps. So, go ahead and take your strap again. And you want it to be about shoulder width apart. So you can measure your shoulder width apart right here, just by putting the strap, yep. And then go ahead and bring your hands in front of you. Step the left foot back. We're gonna put our feet hip width apart. Step the left foot back on railroad tracks, not on a tightrope. So I want it to be a wide warrior one we're coming into. Yeah, that looks good. Reach our front knee. This is warrior one. Your heart high, pull in your ribs, and exhale, bend the elbows like we just did. See if you can keep your palms turning slightly up. Inhale, reach up. Good work. That's it. Exhale, gaze can be to the floor or a point in front of you, or even up to the point between the ceiling and the wall. Inhale, rise. Good. Bring it down. Palms facing up. Inhale, reach up. Good, one more. Inhale, lift up. Come back down and up. And your hands forward and step forward. Okay, so let me just check with folks online. My internet was interrupted. See how they're doing. So finish your left side, guys. Turn the palms open. We'll be here for you. Roll the shoulders up and back. A few nice rolls with me, please, Lisa. That's it. Roll them up and back. You guys are finishing your nice warrior ones, or you can join me in Tadasana if you already finished them. That's it. And this is a nice practice because it reminds us where the tops of our shoulders are, right? We really want to try to avoid the tops of the shoulders reaching into the ears. So whenever you're finished, just joining me in a little Tadasana, rolling the shoulders up and back. Good. One more. And then we're going to grab that delicious strap one more time. So make your last roll and grab your strap. This time it's for warrior two. So it doesn't matter how far apart your feet are now because we're going to be stepping the left foot back for warrior two. We're going to step the left foot back, but step it in a straight line from the heel of the right foot. So heel of right foot is aligned with the arch of the back foot. We're going to take our strap wider than our shoulders, lift it up and behind us. So almost a distance of our feet, right? Almost. We're going to really stretch that strap apart. Try to rip it in half. Yeah, bring it back as far as you can and turn your gaze right. Now we're going to take it backwards. So take the left hand down to the thigh and reach your right hand up and press the strap apart. Really pull it. Two more breaths. Reach your right hand higher. Good work. Try to soften your shoulders. Remember, find balance between that strength and ease. We want to feel ease in the shoulder, but strength in the arms. And release the pose, straightening the leg and step forward. You can have your strap around your shoulders for a moment. Find Tadasana again. Turn the palms forward. I find it's easier to breathe after doing these upper body openings. more space around my lungs. I'm not holding my heart quite so tightly. All right, let's open our eyes and come to the other side. So this time, left foot will be forward, right foot will be back. Step the right foot back in a long step. Your hands, our arms are outstretched. It's a better way to say it. Arms are outstretched. Good. Now bring your hands behind you, turning the palms up. Turn the palms up. Now I want you to try to pull the strap apart. Look left. Good. Pull in the ribs. If they're jutting forward, keep the front knee active, front leg active, front knee aligned, facing the same direction as the toes. Good. Two more breaths. Front knee stays bent. One more breath. Now bring the right hand down to the back thigh and lift the left arm, looking up. Feel that opening. Try to stretch your strap apart. Tear it in the center. 3 more slow Ujjayi breaths. Slight constriction on the inhale and the exhale. One more breath. And come back up to neutral and step to the front. And we're going to remove our strap. Take it to the side, you won't need it. And instead, facing me or facing the computer, we're gonna grab our blocks and take our blocks. We're gonna face the side of the mat, take the blocks in front of our feet, way in front of our feet, but put them on high octane. So have them nice and high. We don't want them too low. Get some space. That's it, exactly. Perfect. Find your alignment of your spine, your ribs in, shoulders over, shoulders under the ears. And inhale, reach the hands out to the sides and bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold with a straight back. That's it. You can even turn your toes in slightly. That'll help you open your hips more. Bring the arms all the way over the head, chin to the throat. Squeeze your legs. Keep the muscles squeezing towards the bones. Slow breaths. One more breath. Then release your hands down to the floor and lift your torso up. Walking your hands to the center and forward. Now let's take our hands over to the right and put your left hand on top of your block that's in front of your right foot and open your right arm, open the right side of your heart, open the right lung. Maybe you can take your right hand and tuck it behind your back, even into the front of the left thigh. 5 slow breaths. Very nice. Keep lifting your heart up and away from the floor, lengthening the spine. One more breath. And release your right hand, bring it down to the left hand and walk your hands through the center and over to the left. So right hand now is on the block in front of your left foot. Inhale, opening the left side of your body. Option to bring the left hand behind the back, tuck it into the front of the right thigh. Turning your gaze upward, relax your neck. Find the perfect balance between strength and ease. Your oblique muscles, one side is active while the other is releasing. Pressing firmly into the block so you can lift up a little bit higher. Keep lifting. Good. And then inhale, release the arm and release the hands down. Walking your hands back, back, back under the torso, between the legs. Take out your head. And walk your hands back to the center and towards the front of your mat. And bring your knees down one at a time, coming all the way down to the floor, elbows down for Sphinx pose. Move any blocks or anything you have in your way, and we'll come down for Sphinx. So in Sphinx, we're going to bring the elbows just under the shoulders. And the wrists are in front of the elbows. Fingers are widespread. Drop your shoulders down your back. Legs are very active in this pose, so squeeze the legs. You're going to lift your heart and pull your heart through your hands. Press your fingertips down, turn your gaze just in front of your mat. Breathe deep. There's a lot of activity going on here, although it looks like you're a very still Sphinx, probably in cement. You know, there's a lot going on. Keep squeezing the legs. Keep dropping the shoulders down the back. Action through the tricep muscle, back of upper arm. Elbows pressing down. Three more breaths. Two more breaths. One more breath. And release the pose. Slide your hands back to the rib cage. Legs come together. Inhale, lift into a small cobra, and exhale to child's pose. You might want to rest your arms and your shoulders. Bring your hands back by your feet. One more breath. Then lifting the head, we're going to walk our hands forward. You might take your bottom a little off your heels and take your elbows down for a praying puppy pose. Elbows down, palms together, and bring your hands on your back. Back of the neck, maybe. Maybe you can walk your elbows a little further forward. Heart is melting to the floor, bottom is off of the heels. Take two more Ujjayi breaths. Find that balance between strength and ease, grace, peace. Bringing the hands down to the floor. Separate your hands at least the distance of your shoulders. Lift your head. Take your right hand up to the sky And then exhale, bringing your right hand palm facing up, slide it under the left arm, threading the needle. Right side of head is on the floor. Right ear is on the floor. Feel the opening in the upper back. Feel like you're breathing between your shoulder blades, breathing in and out. Two more slow breaths here. One more breath. Now slide your left hand back a little bit to support you and bring your right hand through. Right hand in front, left arm reaches up high to the sky and slides under, palm facing up, slides under the right arm. And this time you can stretch your right arm in front of you. Feel the opening under your left shoulder blade. It's like all the cobwebs are being cleared away under that left shoulder blade. Try to turn your gaze upward towards the sky. Two more slow breaths here. One more breath. And then gently make your way back. And we're going to come to sitting in Vajrasana for the moment. We're going to come back forward again in a moment. In Vajrasana, stretch your arms out to either side. Really push the hands away from the center. Pull in your ribs. Pushing the hands away. Dropping the tops of the shoulders down. Ribs strong. Find that balance again between the strength and the ease. And bring your right arm under your left arm in front of you. And maybe you can hook your thumbs or just bring the backs of the hands together, whichever is easiest. Maybe you can bring your palms to touch. Yeah. Inhale, lift your elbows. And exhale, bring yourself forward, going slow. Elbows come down to the floor, bottom starts to lift from the heels. I'm going to ask you to take your elbows in front of you even further. Lift them and bring them in front of you even further, both elbows on the floor. Separate your hands to either side of your mat. The arms stay crossed, palms turning up. Now stretch your bottom back. Pull your chin towards your throat. Good work. Keep breathing. One more breath. Now look at your arms to see which is on top. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you cross them again. The palms can touch or the thumbs. And release. So your left arm's on top or your right arm's on top. You're checking in. Next time we're going to change it. Press the hands apart again. Just really squeeze the hands away, like you're pushing two sides of a doorway. Pull your ribs in, get strong. Lift your heart. And now left arm comes under right, unless you were the opposite. Sometimes even though, well, I'll say which one to take on top. We might take the opposite. Lift your elbows. Feel that nice stretch in the upper back. And then exhale, bringing the elbows slowly down to the floor. Now hop your elbows forward. Take a little jump here. Bottom lifts off the heels and separate your hands, palms turning up. Chin comes toward throat. Try to bring your bottom back towards your heels now. This is stretching your serratus and the upper back and the arms, the upper arms, the deltoids, the shoulders, latissimus dorsi, big back muscles. The muscles under the scapula. 3 more breaths. Keep your palms turning up if you can. One more breath. Then come back to sitting on your heels. Release your hands, shake your arms out to the sides. Oh, like wings. That's nice. I feel so much freer. Okay, last posture sequence before Shavasana. We're going to bring our hands behind our back and interlace the fingers. So I'm going to turn around just to show you all what that looks like. Interlace the fingers. And then we're going to bring our hands to our left side, interlaced fingers. And then turn your left ear down to your left shoulder. Don't lift the left shoulder to the ear. Okay, that's it. Feel a nice stretch in the right side of the neck. Five slow breaths here. We have 3 left. Two more. One more. And then bring your hands back and bring your head to neutral. Stretch your arms behind you, really far behind you. And then bring your hands to your right side, interlaced. Good. And then bring your right shoulder down and your right ear to your right shoulder, feeling a nice stretch to the left side of the neck. Find that balance again between strength and grace, strength and ease. Find opening, liberation and freedom in the neck, the shoulder. Three more slow breaths here. Two more breaths. One more breath. And bring the head back to the center and bring your hands back behind you for one more lovely stretch. Good. I forgot, we have one more before our Shavasana. We're going to bring our hands, keeping them behind the back, bring the crown of the head towards the floor. A little inversion here. Lift your bottom, but don't place too much weight in your head. Use your shins, use your knees to take the weight off of the head. Lift the arms up, squeezing the shoulder blades. Three more breaths. Two more. One more. And release the hands toward the bottom and release the bottom to the heels. And lift yourself carefully for Shavasana. So Shavasana, if you're in the room with me, put your head in the center, feet towards the wall. Excuse me. Mm. Palms are turning up. We're gonna have one little stretch just to make sure that we take any tension out of the low back from those upper body openings. You're gonna lift the bottom and stretch your tailbone towards your heels, really rounding out the low back as much as possible, paying attention, of course, to the natural curves. And then pull the knees in toward the chest and press down through the shins. Holding on to the shins, feel a nice stretch in the low back. Hollow out the belly, pulling the belly button to the spine. Now lift your head to your knees. Take a big inhale. Hold your inhale. Squeeze your fingers, toes, face, belly, bottom, back. Squeeze it all, creating tension, holding the breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release everything to the floor gently for a resting pose. Hands are away from the side body. Again, low back is long on the floor. You can lift your head, bringing your chin to your throat. If you're in a cold climate, please make sure that you have something warm to wrap yourself with. And resting on the floor. The only strength will be your mental strength to stay still and peaceful. Without using the hands, we'll practice alternate nostril breathing. No hands. Inhale, left nostril. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. And exhale, left. Inhale, left. And exhale, right. Inhale, right. And exhale, left. Now breathe in through both nostrils. And exhale through both nostrils. And let go of the breath. Everything else is ease. Just finding ease. Finding ease from the top of the body to the toes. Make a mental scan of your body. And bring ease to each part of your body from the top to the bottom. Going slowly from the head to the toes. Inviting in ease. The practice that we had today helped us to create ease, more ease in the upper body. Let's keep that ease with us today as we move into our day. Keep the heart open, the ribs active, the posture tall and confident. Listening to the sounds around you. Feeling the floor beneath you. All the points that you're touching the floor, heels, hands, legs, bottom, back, head, and floor. And start to stretch fingers and toes a bit. And then wrist and ankle. Then turn the head right and left. And take a big full body stretch. Reach your arms one more time over your head. Take a big morning stretch. And if you need any other stretches like a twist or anything, take that now. And then bring your knees in towards your chest and roll to your right side. Laying on your right side, laying on your right arm, head on the arm. And then please place your left hand on the floor in front of your heart and gently bring yourself to a seat. Taking your time. We'll bring our hands back to the heart center. You don't even have to open your eyes, but just feel the freedom in your body, through your shoulders, through your chest, in your upper back. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti together. Breathing in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for allowing me to lead your practice in the Shala. I appreciate it. Thank you for being with me. And online, thank you.